Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle. This is Brampton Gardener, and today we are going to be potting up our dwarf tomatoes. So I've been out in the garden planting all kinds of stuff earlier today, but all of those have been cool hardy annuals. We're now going to start potting up the dwarf tomatoes and basil probably in these containers. So these are my tower garden containers. I've already got them pre-filled with some soil, and let's get going. So in these containers, I usually do 2 of the dwarf tomatoes and 2 basil. So we're just gonna very, very carefully try and get some of our tomatoes. And you can see they're kind of falling over. It's a little breezy out here, so hopefully they'll do fine once we get them into the container. So I'm gonna start and make them a little bit of a trench. Same varieties in the containers, so it's easier for saving seeds and stuff. So first one up is Tiny Tim. So we have 2 Tiny Tims. We're going to pull them out and separate them. Oh, I need something to cut that better with. We have our 2 tomato plants. Separate them. And look, we got fruit on this one already. So I'm going to pinch off all the bottom leaves below the fruit. Okay, so I'm going to just cut these all apart. Here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bury it in a trench after I pull off these leaves. I don't know what this one is. I already have a mystery tomato plant. Okay, so this is here. So this is attached to this. This kind of came with it. I don't know if those are the same ones or not. Oops. Remember, it's April 9th. And I am not planting these outside. These are going into the greenhouse, okay? So yes, I did plant some things outside today, but they are all the cold hardy stuff, not the tomatoes and the basil. These are going into the greenhouse, so don't freak out. I know there's gonna be a handful of people that are still gonna freak out and say it's too soon, but you know who you are. Stop them. And here we are, fast forward 5 weeks later. Yeah, I had done some quick update videos, but I thought, you know what, let's just show you the finale here. So look at all of these beautiful, beautiful peppers. So I did put peppers and tomatoes in the container. So each row has either 2 tomatoes and a basil or 2 peppers and a basil. And they are going bananas. Like, they are super happy in here. They were in the greenhouse for over a month and a half maybe, but they've been sitting out here on the porch for the last couple of weeks. I did take my time hardening them all off and letting them do their thing. This is my habanada up here. These rows are, what do we have in here? Hold on. Bahaha. So I've got 2 bahahas. These are Tiny Tims. I've got lemon basil there. And then, oh, that's all the way down at the bottom. So this next one here is Canary. And then the lowest shelf here is, find it. Orange Hat. Ooh, those are getting really big. That's a big plant for an orange hat. They didn't get nearly that big last year. We got tomatoes on all of these. So this one's just getting ready to set some tomatoes, but this one's got a lot. We'll come over here, and this one I think has quite a few as well. So that's really exciting. I've actually already eaten my first, oh, did you get the fly there, Dex? Dexter actually ate it, a tiny Tim, and it was over on this plant here. So this one I have the 2 tiny Tims, and then I have peppers. And I only left 1 tag in each side, thinking at the time that that was a great idea. Now it's getting confusing. So these are my New Mexico 6. And no idea what that is. They must be New Mexico 6. I must have done all 3 of them there. Let's see. Oh, lemon ahi. Okay, okay. And then here at the top, I put my little tiny pineapple sage, which has taken like 3 months to get that size. So I don't know what's going on. Then I have some mint left in there. And then the peppers. So I have the cayenne, the habanada, and I think that's all the peppers I have in this planter. The same on the other side. So they've done really, really well. And they're just going to keep producing all summer long. I might need to try and stake this somehow. So it doesn't snap off in the wind or whatever. We've had some crazy wind though, and it's done just fine. So there's my update of my dwarf tomatoes and a few little pepper plants tucked in and some basil. Oh, and then this is one I just popped in recently. This is the bonsai dwarf. So this one I started when I started my regular seeds, because this was a seed swap from Nicole at Nicole Smith Gardening. So these got started a lot later, as you can tell. But I started these the same time I started these. So you can see the difference in a dwarf tomato versus, you know, the regular indeterminates. They're getting pretty big, even though they were late. And they're not in the ground yet, even though I have everything ready for them, because it was 45 degrees last night, and it's going to be another 45 degrees tonight. So I figure if I haven't planted them out already, I'm not going to bother. But the ones that are these, they seem to be doing just fine. So they're close enough to the house and the brick and everything. They probably didn't get too cold. So anyway, stay tuned, because we've got a lot of other planting videos coming at you real quick.